Love is supposed to be pure. It is supposed to be safe, something you can trust your heart with. But what if love takes a path it should never take? What if it ties you to someone you are never meant to desire? Hi everyone. You are welcome to my channel. If you like our stories and similar infidelity stories, please do well to subscribe to our channel for more stories like this. And if you are already a subscriber, thanks for stopping by, and do not forget to turn on your notification button so as to get notifications anytime we post our stories. Now let's dive into the gist. My name is Joan, I am 23 years old, and I carry a secret that could destroy my family forever. The streets of Miami shine bright with life, but behind the glow of palm trees and ocean waves, I am living a story so forbidden that even whispering it feels like a sin. I never meant to fall for him, my father. Yet here I am, tangled between guilt, passion, and betrayal, with my mother broken because of me, and my boyfriend knowing more than he ever should. I grew up in a house that looked perfect from the outside. My mother, Elena, was beautiful and hardworking. My father, Richard, was charming, successful, and admired by everyone. In Miami, people looked at us as a dream family, the kind you saw in magazines. But behind closed doors, life was more complicated. I was 23 when I began to notice things differently. My father was not just dad anymore. He was strong, confident, and attentive in ways that made my heart race. It sounds wrong to even say it, but I couldn't deny the way I felt. At first, I thought it was just admiration, the kind every daughter had. But it grew into something deeper, something dangerous. It started on a late night when Mom was away on a business trip. Dad and I stayed up watching a movie. We laughed, shared snacks, and talked for hours. There was a moment when his eyes lingered on me a little too long. I felt a shiver down my spine. That night, when I went to bed, I couldn't stop thinking about him. Miami nights are hot, humid, and restless. I would lie awake, hearing the waves crash in the distance, and imagine a life I shouldn't even dare to dream. I tried to push those thoughts away, but every smile, every conversation with him made it worse. One evening, I dressed up to go out with my boyfriend, Daniel. He was kind, thoughtful, and truly loved me. But when Dad saw me in my dress, his expression froze. He whispered, "You look stunning, Joan." My heart skipped. I felt my cheeks burn. Daniel was waiting outside, but in that moment, I only wanted Dad to keep looking at me. From then on, I started seeking his attention more and more. I would sit closer at the dinner table, brush against his arm, laugh a little louder at his jokes. And he noticed. Oh, he noticed. The first real betrayal came one night when Daniel kissed me goodbye at the door, and the moment he left. The first real betrayal came one night when Daniel kissed me goodbye at the door, and the moment he left, Dad pulled me aside. His hand touched mine, firm yet tender. "You know you drive me crazy sometimes," he whispered. My chest tightened. It was the first time he had crossed the line, and instead of stopping him, I smiled. I knew then that I was stepping into something dark, something that could destroy everything. But the thrill of it, the forbidden taste of danger, was too strong. And so, the secret began. Miami nights have a way of exposing things. Maybe it's the glow of the neon lights, or maybe it's the heat that never lets you rest. Either way, secrets don't stay hidden forever. Mine certainly didn't. Daniel had always been attentive. He knew me better than anyone else, or at least he thought he did. For weeks, he had been sensing something between Dad and me. I tried to hide it, fake smiles, long hugs that lasted too long in his presence, but love sharpens the eyes. And Daniel loved me deeply. The night it happened, I was supposed to meet Daniel for dinner. Instead, I stayed home because Mom was out late again. Dad and I sat in the living room, the TV on but ignored. I leaned against him, and before long, his arm was around me. One thing led to another, and we kissed. It was reckless, desperate, and wrong, but it felt like the only thing I wanted. I didn't know Daniel had decided to surprise me. He walked through the front door with flowers in his hand and froze. His face went pale, his eyes wide. The flowers slipped to the floor. "Joan," his voice cracked. "What the hell is this?" I pulled away from Dad instantly, my whole body trembling. My father tried to speak. Daniel, this isn't what it looks like. But we all knew it was exactly what it looked like. Daniel's chest rose and fell with heavy breaths. Are you kidding me? With your own father, Joan. Hand and froze. His face went pale, his eyes wide. The flowers slipped to the floor. Joan, his voice cracked. What the hell is this? I pulled away from Dad instantly, my whole body trembling. My father tried to speak. Daniel, this isn't what it looks like. But we all knew it was exactly what it looked like. Daniel's chest rose and fell with heavy breaths. Are you kidding me? With your own father, Joan. His words cut like knives. Tears burned my eyes. I wanted to reach out to him, to explain something unexplainable. Daniel, please. I didn't mean for this to happen. He stepped back, his hands shaking. Don't even try. You betrayed me, Joan. And worse, you betrayed your mother. The silence after his words was louder than any scream. My father's hand brushed mine, as if to comfort me, but I pulled away. For the first time, I felt the full weight of what I had done. Daniel stormed out, slamming the door behind him. I chased after him into the humid Miami night, my bare feet hitting the pavement. Daniel, wait, I cried. He turned around once, his eyes filled with pain and disgust. I loved you, he said, his voice breaking. But this, I can't even look at you anymore. Then he was gone, swallowed by the city lights. I stood there shaking, torn between heartbreak and guilt. My secret was no longer safe. Daniel knew, and it was only a matter of time before the truth spread further. Back inside, the day it all came crashing down was hotter than usual, even for Miami. The air felt heavy, as if the city itself was holding its breath, waiting for the storm to strike. I had been avoiding Daniel ever since he caught us. He hadn't told anyone yet, or at least that's what I believed, but silence like his was dangerous. He wasn't the kind of man to carry a secret that big forever. One evening, I came home to find Mom sitting in the living room, her face pale, her eyes sharp like she already knew. Daniel had told her. I froze at the door, my heart sinking. Dad was standing by the window, tense and silent. Joan, Mom said slowly, her voice trembling, tell me it isn't true. My throat tightened. I wanted to deny it, to invent some lie that could save me. But the look in her eyes pierced through me. She already knew. The truth was written on my face before I could speak. She stood up, her body shaking. My own daughter? Her voice cracked with pain. The man I gave my life to? How could you? Tears streamed down my cheeks. Mom, I never wanted to hurt you. Don't say it, she shouted, her voice echoing through the house. She turned to Dad, her eyes filled with rage and heartbreak. And you destroyed us. You destroyed me. Dad tried to reach for her, but she pushed him away with trembling hands. She collapsed onto the couch, burying her face in her palms, sobbing like a woman who had lost everything. In that moment, the weight of what I had done crushed me. This wasn't just a secret love story. It was betrayal at its deepest form. I hadn't only lost Daniel. I had shattered my mother's trust, ruined the bond we once shared, and broken the foundation of our family. Days turned into weeks, but the house was never the same. Mom moved into the guest room. She barely looked at me, and when she did, her eyes were filled with hurt I couldn't bear. Dad tried to act as though things would heal with time, but I knew better. Some wounds never close. Shattered my mother's trust, ruined the bond we once shared, and broken the foundation of our family. Days turned into weeks, but the house was never the same. Mom moved into the guest room. She barely looked at me, and when she did, her eyes were filled with hurt I couldn't bear. Dad tried to act as though things would heal with time, but I knew better. Some wounds never close. Daniel never came back. His silence was permanent, his absence louder than words. I spent many nights staring at the Miami skyline, the city glowing with life, while mine fell apart. The waves crashed endlessly on the shore, but inside me there was only stillness, regret, and shame. Love had betrayed me. Or maybe I had betrayed love itself. I thought I had won something by having him, my father. But in truth, I had lost everything that ever mattered. And that's how my story ends, not with passion, not with victory, but with the kind of silence that follows when a family is torn apart forever.
Have you heard or experienced similar situation? Please tell us how you handle it in the comment section, and do not forget to turn on your notification button so as to get notifications anytime we post our stories. Thank you, and see you in my next video.